Hi, I'm Millicent Smith, and I'm representing the University of Tennessee's Graduate College of Communication and Information. I've chosen to analyze the State Department's policy on gender-based violence and the department's current work and partnerships in Delhi, India. I've focused on this policy because of the recognized role that women play in democratic society, and I've selected Delhi, India as ground zero for gender-based violence. As the State Department's gender-based violence policy recognizes, evidence demonstrates that women's empowerment is critical to building stable democratic societies. The United Nations agrees, as reflected in the recently established Sustainable Development Goals, with Goal 5 specifically targeting the elimination of all forms of violence and discrimination against women. Though Delhi is one of the world's largest commercial centers and a significant player on the global stage, it has been dubbed the rape capital of India and a country that has been listed as one of the most dangerous in the world for women. An estimated 90% of rapes in India go unreported. This is due in part to the attitudes of police. Victims are often shamed, and police have been known at times to encourage the victim to marry the rapist to redeem her honor. All is not hopeless, though. A recent law was passed that requires the Delhi force to increase its number of female officers to a 33% quota, and a rape hotline was established. While the State Department partnered with the Avon Foundation and Vital Voices to tackle gender-based violence in Delhi, the initiatives were focused on community theater, survivor support, and legal support. I propose that while these initiatives are good, a more cohesive collaboration between all stakeholders, including the United Nations, the Delhi Commission on Women, Vital Voices, the Avon Foundation, and most importantly, the local police force in Delhi, that collaboration would be a more effective use of resources. Additionally, by tasking the police force as a key stakeholder in this policy and campaign, we challenge the patriarchal myths embedded in the force by asking the male officers to serve as advocates and ambassadors in the collaboration. This collaboration will be He for She for Delhi. The He for She for Delhi campaign will include gender-based violence training for Delhi police officers, outreach and education to college campuses, and community outreach using experiential marketing to individual communities on the street level. Included in this campaign will be the creation of an online global classroom, so law enforcement officers who are gender-based violence experts may work with the Delhi officers on gender-based violence and rape reporting and investigation. New rape reporting protocol will also be established and will be disseminated on social media and other platforms. The new protocol will establish report, resort, retort, and empower the victim with 1, 2, 3 steps of 1, resort to the hospital for care, 2, report the rape, and 3, retort, follow through with criminal investigation and press charges. The Avon-funded street theater has already reached out to young men and communities, but with this new policy and campaign, experiential marketing will be used to engage young men and women at the neighborhood level. Using trained staff, experiential marketing could include mobile, mini virtual reality stations to allow young men to experience what it's like to walk the streets or ride the bus as a woman in Delhi. The Delhi force will announce the new policy and campaign at a community press event. They will also announce a PSA video competition asking the young men of Delhi to produce PSAs supporting the He for She campaign. This effort from the police will create confidence in the women of Delhi, and it will signal to the community that the force, which has often been mistrusted by the community, is willing to implement a more responsible and inclusive practice of policing. Should I be selected as a Wonk Tank finalist, I would present this policy proposal using a He for She branded visual deck, including all graphics and research supported by expert interviews and suggestions from the world's leading experiential marketing advisors and representatives from UN Women, Vital Voices, Avon Foundation for Women, the Delhi Commission for Women, and members of the Delhi Police Force. Thank you, and I look forward to meeting you in Washington.